What is up, my frosty brethren? My name is Arctic, and today I'm bringing you guys my weekly Gears of War discussion videos. This is, I think, like the 18th week that we've gone into doing this. And yes, this gameplay is old. It's from Gears of War 3 on the Amazing MLG channel, where I have a lot of other gameplay that most of you guys have not seen. So, you know, I just throw that on my channel, put some Gears of War discussion over it. This week, I am talking about the Ghost Cam, and this is actually a question from the comments. I said last week if there was some topics that you guys wanted me to cover to let me know. Not a lot of people actually responded to that, but I'll continue to say that week after week. If there's something that you guys want me to talk about and give some thoughts on, please make sure to drop that in your comment, in addition to whatever you have to say about this specific topic. But this week's discussion spawned from Dreze, who asked, what do you think about having the next Gears of War title having an option to remove Ghost Cam? Would you make that option available to all game types? When would you remove it? When would you keep it? Advantages and disadvantages, etc. So for those of you guys that aren't aware, Ghost Cam is basically a camera that follows your teammates. In some cases, I believe on previous Gears titles, you could also look around in predetermined camera positions on the map, and you could just kind of see if people were there. Now, some would argue that this could be used to exploit. You know, if you're in party chat or you're in Skype chat or whatever, and you're talking to your teammates and letting them know the positions of the enemy players, then you're obviously at a, the other team is at a disadvantage. And that specifically happens, right, if you are 4v4 and you have a guy die on your team, and then they go into the Ghost Cam and they're able to tell where the enemy players are. So at that point in time, once it gets 3v4, they're kind of at a disadvantage. But, you know, if they're able to even the teams up again, let's say it goes down to 3v3, then it kind of levels out. But I think there's been like a constant debate in the competitive community of whether or not that's, you know, kind of something that can be exploited. Because it's always been traditionally, I would say, at an option where both teams had the ability to Ghost Cam, then it's not really policed. On top of that, whenever you were sitting down at a LAN tournament or whatever, you could just do it anyway. It wasn't like it was an option to remove, which is what Dre asked, you know, would you make it an option available to remove? So I think going into a new Gears of War title, I would personally like to see an option to remove it. I would toy with it with all game types, but specifically for game modes that are non-respawning. So let's say they threw in a bomb game mode or execution or Warzone or something like that, where there's respawns. Heck, even in Team Deathmatch, I think you know, if you're looking at Gears of War 3's Team Deathmatch, then once you get down to those last few lives, then I think it matters there as well. But obviously, I don't think Ghost Cam really matters for the respawning game modes, because you die, you have a short amount of time before you're back in the action, and it really is not going to benefit your team that much, other than saying, hey, I died here real quick, to switch to their camera, because as soon as you switch to their camera, you look at what's going on their screen, you're pretty much back into the action. So, you know, I feel like if anything, it would probably be the single life game modes that would probably need to be rebalanced, or have that option available where you want to test it. But I think I would, you know, flirt with the idea, at least in all of the game modes. You know, I think the advantages of it obviously are improving your team communication. That's about it. You know, having the advantage to be able to call out where enemy players are obviously helps with the teamwork aspect of the game. Disadvantages are all the things that I mentioned previously about possibly exploiting gameplay. You know, I should also mention as a side effect of being able to call out where teammates or enemy players are, it kind of speeds up gameplay. So some may see that as a plus or a minus. I'm kind of neutral on whether or not faster gameplay is better in Gears of War, but that's something else I should mention. But yeah, disadvantages, obviously exploiting, you know, trying to tell positions where the enemy players are. And obviously once you get into 4v3 situations, then that team that's at 3 with one player in camera, Ghost Cam, can obviously tell where the enemy players are. It's really something that I think a couple games have to deal with, specifically like games like Call of Duty, I believe, have Ghost Cam available. But I don't think you can free roam with the camera. So, or and I don't believe there's predetermined spots, but I haven't played it enough to really look at it from a private match standpoint to see if that's actually something that you can do. But you know, I honestly, it's something that hasn't really come up a whole lot in discussion about the game, but it's certainly something that I think people would like to see handled in a specific way, whether it be the option to remove or to just keep it. That's something that's very specific, I think, to the competitive community. There might be some very hardcore players that look at Ghost Cam and might be upset, but I feel like overall as a topic, this is very specific and fine-tuned for probably 1% of the population that would actually care about it or that are actually in party chat. Because there's some statistic I want to say that they told us about not too long ago on Xbox in general, like 75 or 80% or something like that of the player population is playing solo. So that means they might or might not have in their mic, and then once you die, if you're not in party chat, then you can't even hear that player anyway. So there's no exploiting there, right? So that's just some food for thought. Very interested to hear what you guys have to say for the Ghost Cam. Is it something that you guys would want to see? Possibly having a toggle option, and you know, given all the reasons why, that would be awesome to kind of look at that. Also, if you guys have any topics for next week's video, let me know. I have a couple things in mind myself, and I'll just kind of backlog whatever ones that I don't necessarily hit. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to give it a like if you did, and until the next time, I will catch you all later. Stay frosty. So you missed my previous Gears video, huh? Well, luckily for you, it's right there. Just click right there. Come on. What are you waiting on? Just click. Click it. It's right there for you. Come on. This is unnecessary.